Selamat malam, bahasa Inggris nggak apa ya? Right. Nah, ini bapak saya. This is the head of my family, Aidina Rashid. Fiercely Bugis, fiercely proud to be Bugis, merantau ke Inggris tahun in the 1970s, menetap di sana, and he's very patriotic, and that's something that he then implemented while raising his children. Di sana bertemu dengan ibu saya, Analia Rashid, anak sisi tadinya. She's born in Morocco, but our family actually from Aljazair, tapi keturunan Prancis dan Spanyol. And she's the most Asian white woman I've ever met in my life. Dia suka makan petai, durian, sambal, gitu pakai sarung. It's actually quite weird. She's more Indonesian than I am. Tapi ya, they met in London at a cafe. Bokap gue dia dari jauh. She wanted to sit down, tapi ada cowok kurang aja, dan mau kasih tempat duduk. So he came over, typical Bugis. Ini duduk nih, gitu. So that's how they met. But it's quite interesting. When they met, they made the effort untuk saling kenal atau saling belajar about their own cultures. My father learned French. My mom learned how to cook Indonesian food, and she pretty much let Indonesian culture take over her life and her home. So they got married. They had 3 Mongol children. We were born in London. Dan dari kecil saya selalu tahu saya berbeda. Karena kita memakan babi seperti orang Prancis yang lainnya. Di rumah kita pakai bahasa Prancis dan Inggris. Dan selalu ada om-om atau teman-teman my father yang datang dan ngomong this really weird language and made me kiss their hand. And I was like, what's going on? Tapi hal-hal kayak gitu ya, my dad told us, cium tangan. And it's something yang very important. Tapi di depan teman-teman gue maluin banget kayak, why are you kissing that man's hand? It's like, I don't know, Indonesians do it. What's Indonesia? I don't know, my dad is that, I don't know what it is gitu. Tapi, gue merasa buat semua Asian immigrant parents kalau tinggal di luar negeri, selalu takut anaknya nggak akan tahu tentang kampung. They're not gonna know anything about homeland. So, buat bokap gue, motivasinya sangat tinggi untuk mengajarkan kita tentang kampung and everything Indonesian. So, my house was full of like dogs and like carvings, and rumah gue bau terasi campur dengan cisamsu, dengan kopi Aceh, and but he always used this image of kampung to scare us, like, ini apa gue? Awas kalau nakal, nanti saya dari kampung, gak ada kartu, gak ada listrik, gak ada air panas, you have to sleep with the chicken. And I was like, holy shit, that's scary. Tapi sekarang, I love going back to my kampung di Sulawesi Selatan. But yeah, he told us all those little things, those adat istiadat that make Indonesian. Nah, and every Saturday he used to cook Indonesian food and listen to Iwan Fals. And I thought Iwan Fals was my dad. Akan tidak. Dan itu nyokap gue di belakang masak pakai tangan. Even he just pull it, he doesn't have to eat with her hands gitu. Cuman dari lagu-lagu Iwan Fals, my dad used to tell us about Indonesian society. Kayak sore itu kepanjuran, the poor child and everything. So we knew about our kampung. But anyway, he made us go to sekolah Indonesia setiap hari Sabtu untuk belajar agama dan bahasa. It was for culture karena kita berbeda. Ini gue di tengah yang super like disoriented. What's going on? Everyone used to tease me because I look different and I didn't speak bahasa Indonesia. Selama di sana gue cuma bisa ngomong, saya suka makan cumi-cumi bakar dan saya tidak suka sekolah Indonesia. Itu aja. And basically di situ I understood that you know if you don't look Indonesian, if you don't speak Indonesian, for Indonesians you're not Indonesian. And that was actually quite painful for me. Tapi waktu jadi remaja, aku merasa diterima. Like, oh no, the Indonesians like me now. Ternyata tidak cuma dalam gue karena pengen punya pacar bule, udah. So there are a lot of ibu-ibu yang kok tiba-tiba kirim sopirnya ke rumah bawa gifts, Gucci watch, handbag, racket for my dad. I was like, wow, Indonesians are really nice. Ternyata tidak. Like itu buat kata ibu-ibu to have a bule mantu. So I was really offended. And as a result of that, I left the Indonesian community dan aku fokus ke apa yang gue suka dari Indonesia. Aku kind of Indonesian I want to be. And this is where my dad had a big influence. So when I was 14 years old, he gave me a book and he said, kalau kamu pengen tahu tentang bangsa kamu kan, kamu baca buku ini. And this is the first time gue merasa bangga jadi orang Indonesia. I felt this identity with Annalise. I understood her conflict of identity. I adored the courage and the strength of Nyai Kosoro. I was like, damn, that's the kind of Indonesian I want to be. Badass, fighting justice, melawan orang Belanda, that's what I wanted to be. And also I did Pencaksilat because my dad opened the first class di Inggris in the 70s. So I promoted silat to the whole of Europe, and it's salah satu aspek budaya gue yang gue paling banggakan, and I'm so proud warisan keluarga. It's turun menurun from my grandfather, my father, and my father teaches it to us. And I also went to the School of Oriental and African Studies, where I finally learned how to speak bahasa Indonesia. Jauh dari sekolah Indonesia itu. And I discovered this amazing world of sastra and culture, and it was so different to all the ibu-ibu gosip and berdesi di masyarakat Indo, and I fell in love, and that's why I wanted to move back to Jakarta. And this is, we were also part of the team that made the first London Inclusion film screening. Karena aku juga jadi pecinta dengan Indonesia, merawat film and my dad's collection of VCDs and DVDs. Dan sekarang juga bekerja di industri perfilman Indonesia, and it's awesome, and it's something I really identify with. Tapi intinya menjadi a mixed race child itu sulit. But at the same time, it's amazing because you're exposed to so many different ways of looking at the world, and it makes you a better person, it makes you a more complete person. Dan gue pernah curhat ke bokap, I'm like, Bok, dulu kan kalau orang kali waktu harus sekolah Indonesia, gitu, gue diledekin, gue dimaki-maki, you know, it really affected me psychologically. Bokap gue cuma ketawa, masa itu curhat banget sih. Lo sekarang bisa bahasa Indonesia kan? Iya. Terus sekarang lo tinggal di Indonesia kan? Iya. Terus sekarang lo main film Indonesia kan? Iya. So I'm like, maybe his whole plan this time dari kita lahir is to plant the seeds so that maybe one day his children would love his own country as much as he does, dan mungkin suatu hari mereka juga akan pulang kampung, which is what I've done. Tapi yang paling asik menjadi a child of all nations, mau gue pulang ke Sulawesi Selatan, ke Aljazair, atau ke Afghanistan, even or London, having that sense of belonging and like biracialness and multiple heritages, hidup lo gak bakal bosan. It's your life will never be boring.